I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Let's go. World No Dangerous Podcast. Vivo P's in the building. What's good? It was going bar for bar. Shouts out to the fans, man. Let's good.
Hondo up in this piece.
F to the R to the S to the H to the O to the U to the T. That fresh out.
What?
We're in the building.
What time is it,
Hey,
man?
Gotta wake up the neighbors, man. Hold up, man. What's going on, man? We gotta wake them up tonight, man. We got a heavy show tonight, man. A lot of heaviness going on. Man. Salute,
Iceberg,
man.
man. How you feeling? How you feeling
Hey,
tonight, man?
We doing good tonight, man. Saturday night, you rocking with the best, man. Hip hop show, man. Come on, you know how it goes down, man.
Salute to y'all.
Hey,
Welcome
man.
to Fresh
Bebo
Out.
P's in the building. What's good, Bebo P?
Hey, feeling good, feeling great. And shout out to y'all. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. Tommy Yora, hey,
Tommy's
appreciate
in the
the
building. What's
praise.
goody?
Hey, thank you so much for that, and welcome.
Mama! Oh, man, she going hard in the paint with the profile pic. Let's go.
Okay. We see you.
Salute, Mama Bird's in the building. Hey, man, we appreciate you coming through, of course, man.
Yeah.
Neck bones was good.
Yo.
Neck bones
Man.
coming through. You know
You
how
say,
it
yo,
goes
where's my
down,
interview
man.
at? She from Indiana, but she viral.
Okay.
In some of the states
Okay.
right now. Okay.
Hey, man,
All right.
DM us, man.
Yeah.
We'll get you going, man. We'll put the email up, man. Lisa's in the building.
Lisa,
Ladies
what's
coming through
good?
tonight, man. They know somebody.
Shout out to the ladies, man. Shout
know
out
what
to
I'm saying?
everybody. Yeah.
You know how it goes down.
Edlin
Hey.
Pitt was good. New York,
What's
New York
going
was
on, man?
good. Was good.
Hey,
Salute.
you know how Power's in here too, man. Come on,
Power
man.
7
Power's
Hundo,
in here holding it down,
aka
of course.
7 Hundo up in this
Come on,
piece.
man.
Was good.
Hey, we got a good
Oh,
show. Salute
London.
to Jay
Salute.
Camp, man. He's hanging
Yes.
with the wifey tonight, man. Salute.
Yes.
I gotta give him that.
Salute.
You know what I mean? Salute. JB's in here, man. Salute, man. What's going
what
down?
is good? What's good?
Hey,
What's
man,
good?
as
What's
everybody's
good?
coming in here, man, we got a special guest tonight.
Special guest in the
Buffalo,
building.
New York.
Fresh out. Buffalo, baby.
DrumWork. Abolished Uncertainties. Dude's a spitter.
Mm-hmm.
Been holding it down for a while, man. This dude's heavy in the game. Man, come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
My
The one, the only.
Ski.
Yo.
The building was good, man.
It's good, man.
How y'all
Clocking in with us,
Yeah,
man. What's going
yeah,
down,
yeah,
man?
yeah,
What's good?
yeah.
already?
Good.
Man, I'm chilling, man. Just been hard at work, man. You know what I mean? Every day. You know what I'm saying? It been a lot of times where I hear, man, you know, you can't sleep in this shit. And I'm learning that shit. Man, you can't sleep in this shit.
Man,
Yes,
well,
come on, man.
Hard every day.
a hustler, man. That's a sign of a hustler. From what I
Man.
could
Hey,
tell, man. I
this dude
appreciate you.
had to me, first of all, Bonneville, the single.
Ooh, yeah.
Major.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
First
Made
of all, man,
me want to hop in the Bonnie one time.
come on, man. Come on. You know how we do. We know how we do in the Midwest. You know what I'm saying? Bonnie's all
Yeah,
day. You know what
all
I'm saying?
day.
And Brohams too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Just dropped the album a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, 324.
Congratulations, brother.
Congratulations, man.
Appreciate it.
First of all, if y'all haven't heard the album, bars, music's crazy, production is serious.
Little spoken word on there.
Oh yeah.
And this is the thing, man. Jae Skeese been in the game, man, since 2010, man, with that whack joint. You know what I'm saying? First of all, women, alcohol, cash, and kicks. Let's be clear. You know what I'm saying? Like, how does it feel, man, going from that first album that you did to now, man, right now in this moment, and the opportunity that you have really to change the game, in my opinion?
Man, it's everything that I could, you know what I mean, that I could have prayed for, man. You know, I really started doing this music just with ambitions to, you know, be in a position to help my family financially after my father passed away. You know what I'm saying? I started rapping at an early age just on some, like, you know, my homies rapped and they did their thing, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I always wanted to just get in the game, and you know, I wasn't even old enough to really work a regular job. So I was using music as like something where I was like, man, I could take my talent and, you know, really just provide and be like that foundation for my family. So, you know, to really be in that position, you know, it took some time, but everything, you know, you can't rush greatness. Everything takes time. So, you know, to be in that position now where I'm, you know, doing what I love, and providing for my family, man, it's everything for sure.
Absolutely. And condolences for your father that you just mentioned, by the way. Again, brother, salute. Where did your love for hip hop music originate? If you can remember your very first moment in time or memory, like what's your first moment of hip hop where you was like, okay, like you knew about hip hop, but you just had to give this like the ultimate go.
Man, for me, it was the score. My mom was real big into R&B.
Okay.
You know, the score was like that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not was on there, and you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think of the other joint. I did it on Bonneville. How many mics?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
How many mics? I was gonna ask you about that. Because I heard that and I'm like, yo, that's like the second track on the score, and then I heard you make a reference to Manifest Destiny. So I was like, yo, he must have heard that score a few times.
Yeah, it was that. And it like when you listen to Bonneville, there's like everything about that record is all Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? Again, like going back to that, like with the score, that was like one of those early records that I heard that was just fire. You know what I'm saying? And I put that like that part of that record on Bonneville. That was actually me saying it because some people thought I sampled it. That was me actually saying it. It was because like that was like one of the most influential records, you know what I'm saying, to me, where I was like, yo, this is fire. It was like between the Fugees and then hearing Busta Rhymes on the radio, because I used to and I would you know what I'm saying, record Busta Rhymes, and you know he used to rap all fast and go crazy. I used to just you know, I would play it back, I would rewind it, play it back, and then just try and rap like he was rapping. So those were like some of my real super early influences for sure.
Gotcha.
Well, to me, this thing, like, let's be clear. Buffalo's running hip hop right now.
Oh,
let's be clear. Let's be clear.
100%.
Salute to Buffalo.
Salute to Buffalo, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's heavy. I mean, we gonna be talking about 38 Spesh, a lot of cats, man. Like, how did Buffalo and growing up there, man, like mold your mindset, and then how did that mindset get paved into this album?
So, like, growing up in Buffalo, man, I grew up in Buffalo at a time where if you were from Buffalo, well, first off, before we even get into the music, Buffalo is one of the most segregated cities in America. Buffalo, we're like, I want to say like one of the poorest cities in America when you look at it per capita. Buffalo, like it's like 75% of the year it's gray skies, it's no sun, it's not hot, and then you get 25% of the year where, you know, it's decent, and then, you know, just the people overall, like, you know, the mindset of the people is just like, yo, like, you know, they don't want to see you doing better a lot of the time than themselves. So, and you know, there's a lot of places like that, but that kind of shaped, you know, and molded me who I was. And then, like I said, growing up in the town, you know, we got like an underdog mindset, you know what I mean? And I think that stems from a lot of different things. The fact that the Bills lost 4 Super Bowls in a row, you know what I'm saying? The mindset is, you know, you can get to a certain level and then you won't, you know what I'm saying, it won't transfer over. Like, you won't take that last step to make it to greatness. And you know, like I said, growing up, I grew up in an environment where if you were a rapper and you were from Buffalo, like when I first started rapping and shit like that, my first few years in it and all that, the opinion of most people was if you were a rapper and you from Buffalo, you whack. It didn't matter. You could have the best bars. It didn't matter. Like, you know what I'm saying? People wasn't even giving you a chance or a shot out of the gate. It was over for that. So, you know, I took a lot of, and not just that, you know, I've overcame a lot of different things, man. Like, you know what I'm saying, as far as music, but I took that and I kind of just used it as like a fuel, man. You know what I'm saying? Like even as recently as, you know, the last like 2 years, you know, it's been a lot of things that have happened, a lot of situations, a lot of relationships where, you know, people just for whatever reason haven't like believed in my talent or believed in what I bring to the table. And it's like every time I always, you know, find a way to make people eat their words. So, you know, I always, man, just keep that chip on my shoulder, that underdog mentality, and it just keeps me hungry. You know what I'm saying? And with the album, Abolished Uncertainties, man, I felt like, you know, I was talking with my homie, man, and I bring him up in everything I do, everything for Weeds, Folds Up. You know, we had a conversation before he passed away in 2021, and he was like, yo, because I had a conversation with Conway, and he was like, well, what are you going to do to separate yourself from myself and Love? Because, you know, it was mainly us three really, you know, in the beginning that was really putting on for DrumWork. And he was asking me, like, what are you going to do to separate yourself and, you know, make your statement and make your name known and leave an impact? Yeah. And I was talking with my homie Weez, and he was like, yo, you just got to tell your story. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know it, but you got an ill story. And if you listen to the album, every single one of these records it goes into like my story and like who I am and how I got to this point. You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely. What you said reminded me kind of like that last episode of Game of Thrones where you know, I think it's Tyrion had talked about stories, and then that's how the king got selected from there, because, you know, that's how that came about. But yeah, facts tell, stories sell, and, you know, I definitely feel you with what you just said. Speaking of that just really everything that you said about Buffalo and everything surrounding it, fast forwarding to today, do you feel like the mold that you were kind of alluding to, where you said that, you know, back when folks used to think that rappers from Buffalo was, you know, wasn't that dope or whatever, do you feel like the mold is starting to break, or do you feel like it's pretty much broken, or do you feel like there's still a ways to go? I mean, do you, you know, is there still a slept on factor? I mean, what's the energy regarding that nowadays?
I think I'm looking at it from like kind of like a different lens, just because of like who I am now, you know what I mean? Because I do get some love. I get a lot of love, you know what I'm saying? I'm appreciative of all the love that I get. But I do think there's still a lot of work to be done, because you know, for some people, you know, they say like, you know, yeah, Buffalo is running the underground, Buffalo is running this. But in some circles, man, you know, I've been places, you know, and people have never heard of, you know, Griselda or West Side Gun or DrumWork or Compton. So it's kind of like if you're in tune with what's going on, and you know what's up. But, you know, if we're talking on like more of like a mainstream level, or, you know, just having that real global success where people are mentioning us, you know what I mean? Like, people, don't get me wrong, people mention us everywhere. Like it's love everywhere. But
it is,
I feel still like, I don't know, but that could just be me, just, you know what I'm saying? Again, I'm just an underdog, and I try and keep that mentality, because it's like, yo, like once you start feeling yourself, it's like you can get knocked off your high horse real quick. So
sure.
You know, but I do think I think it's a good healthy balance of you know, people knowing that Buffalo has turned out some generational talents, you know what I'm saying, with some of the people that have come out of Buffalo. And then also it's kind of like, well, I think people still are looking at it like, well, maybe that was just like, you know, I don't know, maybe like lightning in a bottle, or just like, you know, just unnatural occurrence of, you know, these people just being here. I don't know if it's anything else there. You know what I'm saying? And that's on me now. That's on me. That's on Love the Genius. That's on Rick Hyde. That's on Heem. All of us to kind of turn that tide and make people say like, hold up, like, nah, this is
absolutely. And I definitely feel that. So we just talked about or made brief mentions of your album, your latest album, Abolished Uncertainties. Can you talk to us about that project? I mean, that dope, fire, just explosive album that you just came out with, from really from whatever perspective, lyrics, production, all the above, the storytelling, and what the overall vision, or what the overall theme that you want folks to get from it.
I think with my music, period, man, I want to like I feel like my purpose in life, like why God, you know what I'm saying, put me here, is to just inspire people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
story to inspire others. Again, I've been through a lot of things, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it took me a long time to kind of find the silver lining in some of the things that I've been through. And, you know, because a lot of the time when things happen, you know what I'm saying, we like to play victim and say, you know, oh, why did this happen to me? Why did this happen to me? Instead of looking at it like, okay, this happened to me, and now I can take that and, you know, use this experience to fuel me further and push me further. Or, you know, I can use this experience and now I can, you know, talk to somebody else and help them get through whatever it is they need to get through. And that's what I felt like I was really doing on my album. Like I wanted to make it very evident that I'm unique in my artistry. And that I'm not exactly like, I'm still cut from that cloth of, you know, Griselda, because obviously we're all from the same place. But I wanted to really show another side of what it is to be from Buffalo, from the east side of Buffalo, because you got to remember, we're all from the east side of Buffalo. So I wanted to kind of paint that picture of, because I wasn't coming from a place of being in the streets and hustling and, you know, doing some of the things that I know the big bros, you know what I'm saying, what they got into, and, you know, the stories that they tell and they talk about. I wasn't coming from a place of doing that. I was coming from a place of just being a creative, working my 9 to 5, like trying to figure that out, but just knowing that I wanted to really make music and I wanted to, you know what I'm saying, just make my presence felt in the game. So I wanted to make it just like very evident that I was still coming from that same place, but I had different ambitions, and I was like, you know what I'm saying, I'm just different in the way that I'm different. You know what I mean? Because like when I think about Chicago, I think about, you know, you had, you know, the Do or Dies, you got Lupe Fiasco, you got Kanye West, you got Lil Durk, you know what I'm saying, you got King Von. These are all different types of sounds, all different types of, you know, Common. You got it's so much, and this is all in one city. You feel what I'm saying? And I think to truly have like that run, like that Atlanta run, that New York run, that Chicago run, that LA run, that all these different cities have had in the game, it's gotta be diverse. It can't just be one sound. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I feel I'm a very integral part of that right now, because, you know, it's not like, it's still fairly early. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if I cement myself, you know what I'm saying, with my artistry, I felt like, you know, I could be a big part of, you know, a dynasty or like that run, you know what I'm saying, here in the town for Buffalo. And that's what I wanted to do with the album, man. So again, like, you know, I start off the album, you know, just from a production standpoint. So I'll touch on that first. I didn't really, I think Cartoon Beats, he did like 3 joints on here. I didn't go into it where I was like, yo, I just want to lock in with like 1 or 2 producers. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted the best sounds that I could get. And early in the stages of me making this album, I wasn't like in tune. I wasn't tapped in with a whole lot of producers that, you know, that you've really heard of. You know what I mean? Like a lot of these producers that are on the album, like, and shout out to them because they all did an amazing job, but they're not like the most known producers. So what I was really going for production wise was just different sounds, and I wanted to still have like that element of boom bap in some of the records so that it still felt familiar to like some of the Griselda records, but I also wanted to do something different. Like when you listen to Symmetry or you listen to Red Kool-Aid or you listen to Auntie Crystal, it's a little different, but that just more so speaks to like my artistry. Again, with 101 too, you know what I'm saying? That's more of a jazzy thing. That was really my thing. Like when I was coming up with some of my earlier projects, I always like gravitated towards like jazz samples, and shout out to Mitch Arizona because that was who helped me really build my sound with that. And then like again, I can go straight through the track list, but it's like track after track. The only record that's on here that doesn't really speak to my story, but it's still a story, is Burner Phone. And
I was about to say Burner Phone is my joint. You know what I'm saying?
It's a dope joint. On that. Yeah.
It's dope.
That one, it made the album because I wanted to really show that like lyrically, I'm on the levels of, you know, because the song is inspired by Nas. You know what I'm saying?
I could tell, yeah.
And it's inspired by I Gave You Power, and then Lupe's what's the song called? Twilight Zone.
Oh
with
yeah,
Okay, yeah.
objects in the hood and shit like that. So that's what I wanted to do with that. And just kind of show off my artistry. But every other song, literally, I'm telling you who I am, what I've been through, how I got here. You know what I'm saying? Everything I had to overcome. That's what I'm doing the whole record. You know what I mean? And I wanted to get a world me on this album, man. And just by the time you left, listening to these 13 songs, I wanted you to feel like you knew not only Jae Skeese, but you knew Jared, which is me. That's me as a person.
Okay.
I put a lot of experiences on there, man, and just things that I've never even talked to a lot of people about. Like, it's stuff on this album that my mom only knows about. Like,
wow.
If you go back to Auntie Crystal, I talked about how my father, it was a point in time I had a piggy bank, and I saved up all this money, and then my dad, he had a drug addiction. And I came home, and the piggy bank was broken open. You know what I'm saying? I cried about that for for I don't know how long. You know what I mean? And it's a lot of things on there that's like super personal that I know that a lot of other people will really it will resonate in them, because I know people have grown up in a similar way. You know what I'm saying? Because I grew up hard.
Well, first of all, the album is crazy. Let's be clear. Let's stop the cap. Production is crazy. Storytelling is nuts. Like again, most cats wouldn't know who you roll with if they heard the album just off the dribble. You know what I'm saying? But to me, that's what it makes it so unique. But then also the flow, man. Your flow is just crazy.
Oh yeah.
Like, to me, man, you can take this album, man, in the whip. It's got the boom bap that you need, but then it's also got the lyrics, man. When you put the headphones on, you can really understand what's going on, which is a lost art in the game. And that's why we had you on the big board and we had to chop it up with you, because to me, the album, man, kind of represents, it's almost like a new classic. You know what I'm saying? You got the bars, man, where somebody from the 90s, the old head, can appreciate the bars, but then the younger cats, man, can feel the music and feel the vibes of what's going on with you, man, because you've seen everything through your lenses. Also, man, you're real heavy in the family. What's something, man, that your family or your father, man, kind of instilled in you, man, that you make sure, obviously we talked about it already on this interview, but just what's like a mantra or a motto that you kind of just got from your family that you definitely put in your music, especially on this album?
Yeah, man. It's funny you asked that. Nobody has ever asked me that. But one thing that my dad and my mom really instilled in me is, you don't do a job half-assed. So, means is like, shit, if you're gonna do something, and you do that shit to the best of your ability, you know what I'm saying? If somebody asks you to, clean up a spill, or it could be, go put these clothes away, or whatever it is, like, you just don't do it half-assed. You got to do it you got to see it all the way through, because like, don't nobody want to do no job half-assed, you know what I'm saying? Because that's your reputation. So, and I think that shines through on the album for sure, because, I felt like I did what I set out to do with the album. You know what I mean? Like, there's been a lot of conversations about the album, man. And, a lot of people have had a lot of different things to say. And I think it's with me being a newer artist, and people just wasn't ready for it. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like, you know what I mean? Like, I've been seeing a lot, like, yo, album of the year. And it's been, the conversation that goes along with that is, well, no, it can't be album of the year. It can't be. But then there's never, any reasons given. You know what I'm saying? Like, the album has everything. Like, tell me what is missing.
Gotcha, man. It's funny that you mentioned that key phrase of advice, which is don't go about anything half-assed. Basically, finish what you start. Because it makes me think of this question here. So you signed a DrumWork in 2020, right? Right about there.
In February 2021.
2021. Okay, 2021. Okay. So with that said, combine that with the fact that obviously you are a very hard worker in anything that you engage in. What is the pressure like, if there is a significant amount of pressure, or what is the level of pressure rather that is upon you, still being a fairly new signee to this company, in order to help push the culture forward along with DrumWork?
Like you kind of like the Ja Morant, man. Like you gotta start. You gotta just get on the car and start running. You know what I'm saying? Off the dribble. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
What's that pressure like?
It's kind of interesting, man, because you know I rap with my man. I rap with my man Chad. Shout out to Chad.
Chad, man.
He's half of the whole brains of DrumWork. You know what I'm saying? And when we made the decision to go ahead and put the album out, you know, he's you know really in the trenches every day with it. You know what I'm saying? We figuring this shit out as we go. You know what I mean? And he's been a big help. And like the conversation that we had from the jump was like, yo, like, you know, your album is setting the tone. Like you was the first signee, and you know, Conway was the same thing with Conway. Like shit, you was my first signee. Like, you know what I mean? But I always felt like, you know, since I signed and you know, once I got in position and you know, once I knew that the album was finally coming out, I was so confident in the fact that like I knew that I did what I set out to do with the album, which was just tell my story, and I knew I did it in a way that like I had never heard before, really. You know what I mean? Like I used some of my favorite albums as like, you know, as like kind of like a reference. Like when I was making my album, I was thinking about like Good Kid, Mad City, and I was I was thinking a lot about Hunger for More. I was thinking a lot about what was another one? I was thinking about Blueprint. And just the way that like those albums made me feel, and like, you know, just the sequencing and everything about those albums that I really liked. And I was just trying to do it in my own way. And, you know, I felt like it was some pressure, but at the same time, I kind of just like, you know, I let it kind of just, I just did away with it, man, because it's like people gonna think what they think regardless. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I knew if I put my best foot forward at the end of the day, that's the best that I could do. So, you know, it'll be received how it needs to be received. And I felt like I did the best job that I could do with that. So it wasn't really a lot of pressure on me.
Okay.
And what really made me feel good was that I knew from the first time that I played my album for Conway, I'm talking about the very first time I pressed play and we listened to pretty much all the records that are on, like what you heard. He said, yo, classic. From the first time I played it.
Wow.
So, you know, I wasn't too much tripping. I wasn't too much tripping off it.
Okay. Okay. Man, salute to that whole situation right there.
Well, and this is the thing too. I'm gonna slide on you real quick too.
Go ahead.
I kind of consider you in your own lane by yourself. Obviously, when I talk to cats about you in the album, obviously they saying Earth Gang, they saying JID, you know, on that level or heavier. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, like we see you as a Ja Morant for DrumWork, man, and just the whole Griselda crew, man. Like, hey, this the young cat coming up. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna run the league at some point. But what are your thoughts, man, on some of this technology that's going on, man? Because this is scary to some of the new artists, man, because again, we got the AI voice situation, man. What's your thoughts on that, man? And that's getting real heavy, you know, not even in the music game. We're seeing it all over the place, man. What's your thoughts on this AI thing? Or is this not even a problem with you ain't even seeing it right now?
No, I definitely, I've seen it over the last like couple weeks, and it's interesting to me because it's just real weird. Like, honestly, you know what I mean? Like, like the whole artificial intelligence, man, like that as a whole, like it's like, man, there's so much that you can do with that shit, and then for it to be transferring over now into like, or infiltrating into music and, you know, copyright issues and all type of shit. It's just interesting, man, and I'm hoping that I'm not affected by it, but I did see there was like a major record label that was I think suing somebody about it. Like this was
the
like
Eminem situation.
Yeah. At the end of the day, man, like I just hope it doesn't affect me and my business and, you know, what I got going on. And it's very interesting, you know what I mean? Because there's going to be a lot of money that's going to be made off of some of these situations for some people. And it's taken away from, I feel like it's taken away from the artists at the end of the day, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is that's the situation, you know, usually, you know what I mean? Like whether it be, you know, certain labels or, you know, any other situation, like people just trying to get over on the artists. So, you know, I think if there's a way that we can incorporate the artists into that and make it beneficial for them or put the odds in their favor, then it is what it is. But if it's not a situation like that, man, I'm not really for it.
My last question before BOP goes in: are you aiming for the Grammy? You know what I'm saying? What's the goal? You know what I'm saying? Like with this record, you know what I'm saying? Because it's heavy.
I that's as far as I want to take it. I want to take it to the highest height because I built this shit from the ground level. I'm talking about I built this shit from absolutely nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, dog, I'm from the east side of Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to be on them corners hanging out, dirty as hell, running around with my homies, like rolling dice, you know what I'm saying? Selling nicks and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? To going and working at the sneaker store for mad long and, selling kicks and flipping kicks and all that. So, to take it to that height, I would love to take it to that height for sure. Will it get there? I mean, I tell my bro Chad all the time, like, shit, you can't stop God's plan, and we're gonna Billboard number one.
There you go.
That's where I want to take it 100%, and we'll see what happens, man. You know what I mean? You never know. Like, I don't know if we got plans on pushing it there, but if we do,
because a lot of cats don't even enter it. They don't even enter the album at all. You know what I'm saying? That's why I always ask people, well, what is the goal for? Some people are like, hey man, I just want to tour. I want to do all my thing, man, hit some festivals, you know what I'm saying? And then get on the next one, you know what I'm saying? But to me, I can see the album, when you said Good Kid, Mad City, and we talk about the albums that kind of influenced some of the direction that you did, it's in those veins, man, to me, man, as far as a great DrumWork, our 2023 debut album, as far as like people seeing you on this level. And to me, the level is crazy. And of course, we see you with greatness. I mean, we see you with every industry cat in the game, man. You know what I'm saying? From legends, man. I think I saw you with Meth.
Yeah. I
saw you with Meth to 38 Spesh, man. Like, I mean, you surrounded by greatness. So, I mean, I guess this is another question.
Go ahead. Yeah, you got it.
What's the goal? Is it just I want to be an artist? Or are you still looking at, starting your own situation as well at some point? You know what I'm saying? Now quarterback and the CEO and some things from cats from Buffalo or just as you're going about doing your tour?
Nah, man, I want to take it, like I said, man, as far as I can take it. Like, I've been telling everybody, I'm definitely, I'm an artist, and I love rhyming words. Like, I really started out not even like rapping. Like, when I was a kid, I used to write short stories, like, and that's how I got like an affinity for like words and diction and everything. And then once I figured out that I could write words and I could make them rhyme, like, that was my shit. But now I want to take it as far as I can take it, man. And like, I don't know if y'all knew this, but I paint as well. I'm a visual artist.
Okay.
This painting behind me was actually going to be the original. This was going to be the original cover art for Symmetry with Conway.
Okay. Let's see what you got there.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, I like that. I like it. Okay. Yeah, man.
Huge piece. You know what I'm saying? And,
does it have a name?
Art, but I ended up changing up in the fourth quarter. But
and that's kind of like the blocks, right?
Huh?
It's kind of like the blocks a little bit.
Kind of. It's a maze.
Okay.
And then it's basically everything that I've been through, you know what I'm saying, to kind of get to where I am now. You know what I mean? You have to see it to see all the details. But man, I paint, I can act, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I have a great ear for music, period. Like, I feel like I can produce, you know what I'm saying? Produce albums. And not on some like actual production, but I just know it sounds good. So, I just want to be known for being a creative, and I want to live my life through that. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to support myself and support my family through my art and through the things that I love. And when people see me, I want to be known for being Jae Skeese. I don't want to be known for being, Conway's artist or DrumWork artist. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, gotcha.
I always look at my situation like, I remember when I first heard J. Cole on Every Day a Star Is Born on Blueprint 3.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He came out the gate swinging. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Salute to Cole, man.
Flow
Yeah,
cold is
salute.
the gold digging hoes when a broke nigga approaches. I'll never forget that line because that was like the illest shit ever. You know what I'm saying? And from there, he took that situation, being signed and everything, and really building his shit into an empire. Like, you know what I'm saying? Dreamville, and you know, just being known for a certain style of music and a certain, you know, a certain sound and everything, man. And you know, you look at him now, and it's like, yo, he got his own shoe with Puma. He just, you know, he
It's
was
like you don't even like
Oh.
put J. Cole with
You
Jay-Z
don't put
anymore.
them
Like most people don't even put them together no more.
yeah, because
he did a great job with it. Yeah.
into that though. You know what I mean? He had to build into that.
Yeah,
And
facts.
that's where I see myself taking it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have no limitations on anything because I've already proven to myself that if I could see it here, I've done it. And I've done that multiple times in my life. You know what I mean? And even getting here and putting out this album, that's it, like that in itself, bro. Like I said, I'm from the east side of Buffalo. Like even sitting here talking to y'all right now, I could have never even fathomed this shit when I was 15 years old, just trying to write raps and shit. You feel what I'm saying? I would have never even thought I would have went over to Paris and people would know my name there, or you know what I'm saying, going up
man, talking, man.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I want to take this shit as far as I could take it. I don't put no limitations on anything because, like I said, I've already shown myself that if I see it, I can make it happen.
And that's the arguably the perfect mindset to have. And you're on the right track given the times that we're in because you're constantly, really daily working on your lyrical craft. I mean, we could tell that, but you're also working on another aspect of artistry by way of painting in this case, which by the way, does that painting have a name or is it just, you know, just as is?
Yeah, it's just symmetry.
Okay. Just a symmetry painting. I mean, either way, man, it's just dope that you're open to new possibilities in the talents that best fit you and so forth, man. So mega salute to you, man. And we definitely know that greater things are to come. 2023, you know, we're in the second quarter, right? You just dropped this album. What is next that you can, or should I say, are allowed to share with the public as far as what is soon to come from Jae Skeese?
Word. So, you know, we got the tour coming up, man. Won't He Do It tour. Big homie, Conway the Machine, gonna support his new album. Won't He Do It. Coming real soon too, and that shit is the illest shit I ever heard in my life.
Conway.
Yeah.
Yes. Salute to Conway.
Conway the Machine, starring Conway the Machine, and then myself as a special guest, and then also Sauce Walker.
Sauce Walker, yep.
Y'all trying to get everybody to come out. Okay, I see you. Okay, all right, that's a good move.
Crazy, man. I love Sauce, man. I love his energy.
Sauce is real.
You know what I'm saying? And Con, you know, he's gonna take it there. He's an amazing performer, and this will be my first time really being part of a real tour. All the other tours that people saw me on, you know, Con was just bringing me out. So, you know, this is really being on the road and really being able to do my thing, and I'm just looking forward to it, man. Because you know, I got love in so many different cities. Just being on the tour, just coming out and doing my one song, my two songs, or whatever. So to come out and do a full set, I know I'm gonna take them there. So
something else to add to the creative resume is your very first tour, man. So we salute you for that soon to come experience. Which, by the way, when does that start? The Won't He Do It tour? When does that start?
Starts off May 26th in Chicago.
May 26th in Chicago, and
doing that one.
Oh yeah, that's next door. And about how long is that tour last to?
So it's gonna go until I want to say it's June 27th or 28th. So it's full 30 days. We're hitting 18 cities, I believe. West Coast, Midwest, East Coast. We're going down south, all that.
I see it getting extended too, by the way. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, I saw the dates for it, but I was like, oh, it's gonna get extended. In my opinion,
yeah, more than likely. You know what I mean? And then I know there's some other plans for some other stuff in the near future. So, you know, we'll start off with that. I had a whole nother album done before my album came out, which I was actually going to put out independently. Yeah, I was gonna put that out independently before Abolished Uncertainties came out.
Okay.
But now it's looking like that album is going to be on the way sometime towards the end of the year ish.
Okay.
Okay.
We're excited for that. We need that.
Yep.
We need that.
It's done. It's got some amazing features on it. You know, it's a dope project, and I feel like with Abolished Uncertainties, I was able to kind of capture my story coming up and my story in the past, and just tell like who I am. And I feel like with this new project, I gotta stop calling my joints project. These are albums.
Yeah.
So with
All
this
good.
There you go. Yeah.
You good, man? You good?
this newer album, it is like me in the last, like since I got signed, like 2021. You know what I'm saying? And it's more of a testament to who I am currently as an artist and as a man and as a father.
Yeah, amen. Like I said, we're excited for the new music. We're excited for this album also too, man. As we do the show, man, we're gonna do a giveaway on the vinyl, man. First of all, you can cop this on vinyl, cassette, and CD. That's what's so dope about it, man. So we're gonna be doing some vinyl giveaways. But before we get you out of here, man, what's your top 3 MC besides yourself and anybody in the crew? What's top 3 MCs, man?
Oh man, that's a great question. And it changes all the time.
Facts.
So I'm gonna go Nas.
I'm
gonna go Lupe Fiasco.
Okay.
And at third spot, man, most influential, like to me, that I'm listening to all the time and I always go back to, and Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
Gotta give it to Kenny. Kung Fu.
Nice. Salute to you for that current top 3 list there, man.
Hey man, like I said, we're excited about the dates. We may have to do that in Chicago, Bebo P. We may have to go
yeah. Like I said, it's right next door.
Hit that Lake Shore, man. Hit the Navy Pier. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey man, again, Jae Skeese is in the building with us, man. Again, if you didn't see the album artwork, man, it's heavy.
There you go.
This thing is dope. You know, we got Cartoon Beats, man. That's our guy. Too,
Oh
man.
yeah,
Salute,
yeah.
man.
Salute
But everybody,
to
all the
Cartoon
production set heavy. If you haven't heard the album, go stream it. You got paid on Friday, man. Go cop some vinyl, the tapes, and the CDs.
They got what?
Man.
Iceberg? What they get, son? Hold on. What they get, son?
We got to get that in there too. But hey, man, Jay, appreciate you coming through, man. It's been heavy, man, tonight, man. We appreciate the time, man. Salute to Chad too, man.
Salute.
Get everything up, man. But again, we gonna be, hey, man, we got to tap in with you this summer, man, and just basically holler at you before that next one comes out. But definitely get at you when you're on tour, man. So salute to you, man. We appreciate all the time too, man. Salute on everything, man.
Yeah.
For having me, man. I really appreciate y'all as well, man.
Salute,
keep doing what y'all doing.
Hey, man.
And keep teeing up. Sure, everything for Wigs.
Hey, man. Salute, man.
Hey,
man, we'll
salute to you, man. And definitely don't be a stranger. Come back and visit us soon here on Fresh Out, man.
100%.
All right, man.
Much love.
Much love. Peace.
Peace.
Jae Skeese in the building. Hold it
Salute
down,
to
man.
Jae Skeese.
Hey, we're gonna put a link in there, man, where you get grab the CDs, man, and the vinyl, man. Again, man, salute to our guy, man. He's doing his thing, man. We just got so much love for our OG. If you don't know, man, please go cop that album. Go check it out, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's a dope joint.
Dope body work.
But we got a good show for y'all tonight, too, man. So we gave y'all the double boy. You know what I'm saying? You get the interview joint, but we also get some little topics in here, some new music in here, too, man. But again, like I said, man, where her, man? The Jae Skeese is heavy, of course, man. But salute, man. Scandalous in the building, man. Salute,
DJ
man.
Scando was good,
here, man. Carmen's in here, man. That came through, man.
Carmen, what's going on? What's going on?
Nightmares in here, man.
Nightmares.
I don't think he coming to Indiana,
up,
Nightmare, man. But he definitely gonna hit that Chi-Town, man. We'll put the link in there, but we gotta talk about our guy, man. And Nightmare's not gonna like it. We gotta talk about Jay-Z tonight, man. Come on, man. We gotta talk about the Jigger, man. Jay-Z. First of all, Jay-Z performed overseas. Bebo, what's your thoughts, man, on this? First of all, he performed at a Louis Vuitton event. This wasn't really a concert per se. But he performed. He performed the whole set too, by the way. This wasn't no like 2 songs. He performed the whole set, Bebo. First of all, if you didn't see the joint, let me play a little something for you, just in
Fair
case you didn't
use.
see anything.
Fair use.
Let me play some of it real quick. He feeling it, man. By the way, man, he was holding it down, man. Man, this thing, it's always good to see Ho performing. You know what I'm saying? Let's be clear. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He was in the building going hard in the paint. Let me pull out another little angle joint that he did. He went in over here too, man. He's doing his thing, going crazy. We heard Nas, man, say that he got bit by the bug, you know what I'm saying, and that's why he, had to drop another joint. Bebo, do you think Jay got hit with the bug? Do you think he's back, man? You think he's gonna drop some music, man? Because again, for him to perform, man, like doing a whole set, man, in Paris, like,
yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
What do you think, man? You think first of all, what do you think about him doing this, and what's your thoughts on him basically maybe getting that bug and dropping some music?
As far as him doing this, I mean, it looks like he did a phenomenal job, in accordance to, the crowd reaction. So, salute to Jay, man. We've been wanting to see him, more engaged into the music fray of things, not to, discount anything that he's doing on in other arenas. So, from the clips that you shared and video wise there and whatnot, man. I mean, it's good to see Jay-Z, doing what he started off doing, to the consumer base. Nightmare said his fresh out. He expected the J topics bashing. We ain't saying nothing against him.
Yeah, we ain't said we've been heavenly, dude. Come on, man.
Not with that evil laughter right after Iceberg. Nah.
We've been heavenly, man.
Yeah. But no,
Heavenly
hey,
joint.
like you said, man, salute to Jay for making this performance happen, man.
Facts.
He lived out that song that he did with Ye West, being in Paris, performing, and
Facts.
he showed up and showed out.
The other thing, man, is do you see him performing in the States, man? Or do you think this is just a one-off joint? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he's so heavy in the game doing biz.
Yeah.
Do you see him doing anything in the States, man? Or this is just a one-off joint?
I would like to think that it would be in the plans or in the works for him to perform more in the States, as the rest of 2023 comes about. I understand at the same time that, or I would think possibly that Jay-Z Jay-Z is very strategic in pretty much most anything that he does. So I'm sure that he's just as, if not more, going to be more strategic if he is plotting a heavy musical comeback. Just because, he is of that, extremely high stature. Salute to Andrea. So yeah, those are my thoughts. But definitely, he definitely needs to make a reemergence. But I think he needs to do so with a plan, given he is who he is. What's your thoughts, Iceberg?
Well, this thing, man, this is a Jay-Z positive platform.
Please stop.
Salute to Jay, man.
Salute.
But again, I don't see him performing
okay.
at all.
Okay. That's possible too.
I don't
Why do
see
you
him
say that?
performing. I don't see him coming out with any music. I think he does have the bug, though. I think he's got the bug, man. He wants to, but how? You know what I'm saying? Like, anything that he drops is going to be compared to certain artists. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what made me mention the strategy piece.
Right.
If he did, that's why I mentioned the
I
word
think this is
possible.
just him getting his rocks off. The tickets were about $200.
Okay.
So it wasn't nothing heavy. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't
Couple-
nothing like no Beyonce joint. Yeah.
Couple of these things.
I think Carmen said, I think he's following his wife, but it's nice to see him doing his thing. Facts. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But to me, the game's better when Jay is in album mode. You know what I'm saying? But
I agree.
we've been getting a lot of talk, man, and a lot of times Jay-Z answers the talk through his music. So there was OJ that actually came out with talking about Jay. If you didn't hear that, man, let me play that real quick.
Yo, OJ.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, what you think about that line when Jay-Z said, "I'm not black, I'm OJ."
Well, first of all, he didn't say it right. When Johnny was talking to me about it, and all they was going on is black, 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 I said, man, fuck being black. This is me. This is about OJ.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, it wasn't about black or white. It was about these guys were after me.
Yeah.
So shout out to OJ, man. Oh man, it was a knife. Hold on. Shout out to OJ, man.
Iceberg got all the buttons hit at the same time.
Shout out to Q
man.
Love. What's going down? What's goody?
What's good? What's good?
But nah, like I said, man, you know, a lot of cats doing that. I saw Beanie Siegel on Vlad that was kind of going in a little bit on Jay. Again, we know Jay answers typically with music. So I'm not black, I'm OJ. So when Jay said that in the story of OJ, it wasn't him dissing black people. He was saying they wasn't coming for him necessarily because he's black. They were coming to him because he was him. He was one of the biggest dudes, you know, in the game in Hollywood. So, you know, Scanlon saying surprised he didn't have a lasting sound. I need to add one in here, you know what I'm saying? Just for that dude. But again, man, shout out to Jay, you know what I'm saying? Hold up, man. You know what?
Do you have the itch, Iceberg?
I got the itch, man, and this is the thing.
You was asking about.
This is because of Nightmare.
You got the itch.
Yeah, this is because of Nightmare. I gotta do
Nightmare
one
song?
slanderous thing with Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Let me get in the hot tub real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
Hold on. Oh yeah.
Shout out to Fat B. No.
Jay-Z snitching out.
Nah, that Car 54 hat.
The Car 54 hat. Come on, man.
With them Cobra Sly Stone Cobra shades. And an Axel Foley.
I gotta put Jay-Z on the fire real quick just because a Nightmare's in the building. So pull out the money, B-Bo.
Oh man, come on, man.
I got money.
Jay-Z's been buying albums. But why would Jay be buying albums? Get his numbers up, right? Because who is beating him right now as far as albums sold?
I see it. I see the magnifying glass.
You know, Iceberg Holmes on the case, man. My Nick J. Kemp, he's not here, but we're going to do it for him. You know
J. Kemp. Negro J. Kemp watching. Where'd he go? Still elementary. My dear Negro J. Kemp Watson.
Shout out to our guy, man, Jordan Tires, man, holding it down, man. He understood the assignment, man. Let me play this for y'all real quick.
Okay.
Bad leadership in certain cities. Let's just say that. Then we got Jay-Z now. Now all of a sudden he's 6 times platinum with This is the Hard Knock Life, Volume 2. And then he did 5 times platinum with the Blueprint. He's buying his album sales. He has so much money now. He wants to inflate his sales. That has to be happening. That has to be happening right now. It just seems like, yeah, why not? But, you know, you can buy your sales. I mean, you just got to buy enough CDs to do it, or buy enough whatever. I could see Watch the Throne going up, but he's not gonna inflate that. That naturally was 5 times platinum. That was big.
Goddamn, Jay-Z, you really want to beat Kanye that bear? Come on, man. But anyway, man, salute to Jay-Z Jigga, man. You know what I'm saying? The only guy to perform niggas in Paris without no niggas. Hey, man, salute to Jigga, man. But let's talk about some real cats performing, man. We gotta talk about our guys, man. De La Soul, man. The real ones in the building, holding it down, man. Come on. You know how it goes, man. Carmen said, wow, didn't even think of that. Facts, man. Caleb's up in here early, man. Oh, Kanye better?
Uh-oh.
Dang, man. Y'all wilding tonight, man. Hey, man, in the chat, man. Hey, put it in the chat, man. Who's better, man? Jay-Z or Ye? Let me see what y'all talking about tonight. But salute to De La Soul.
Yes.
They are now on the American side of the tour for that New York State of Mind. Let's get the money. Pull out the money, Bebo P.
Oh, it's still and it's always on deck, man. They're going for
God, anytime we get the bread, we gotta thank the Lord.
Well, pass that collection plate.
Oh,
well, now.
Well, hold on one more time, man. Pass that collection plate up in this joint, man. Oh my Lord!
Lord, wipe the bill of the
yes.
and
okay. Man, saying in terms of what? Just MCing, star power, man. Whatever you think, man. Obviously, Caleb's saying yay. Carmen's saying yay. But we're gonna see what's going on. But what's y'all thoughts, man, on the De La Soul joining it? Are you going to go to the tour? We know Nightmare's going. We know Carmen's going to check that out. Come on, man. Are y'all going to the tour, man? Mattin, Pyre, are y'all going in? Bebo, is this a good look to add De La Soul? And then also, would you go or are you going?
Let me start here. As long as Paz and Maceo are internally okay, just for lack of better wording, you know, given the loss of the legendary Trugoy, you know, ongoing condolences and rest in peace. You know, so you got that factor. Plus, really, as lit as everyone was when they performed during the group celebratory moment of the first 6 albums being available for streaming now that they have ownership of their music. Because if y'all remember that footage, the footage was dope. They were live. I mean, everybody was just, you know, in that moment. The energy was just on, you know, just on 10. I mean, but if you combine factors like that and it translates into this upcoming Wu and Nas tour for that they're opening for, this could be the best time for De La Soul to hit the road with the legendary Wu and Nas. And as Nightmare knows, since we both have seen them live like several years ago, De La Soul is one of the best performers, just period, you know, to do it in hip hop. So for them to open up again for Nas and Wu, that serves as a more deserving. I mean, they definitely deserve the exposure, rather, given all of the things that have happened. As far as the successes are concerned for the legendary group. So, yeah. What's your thoughts?
I think this is a great joint. I think this is a great addition, man.
Yeah.
It brings out the demographic, which is some, you know, the old heads like us that we two-stepping, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to be definitely out there, you know what I'm saying, with the sweat rag and a cooler, you know what I'm saying, full of some dope beverages, man, out there.
Go in the back and
get back and get it. Soda pop. Antoine 14.
There he is.
86. What's going down? Day One Club was good, man. Hey, man, you're never late, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you good. You good, man.
Fab saying Jay better MC, Ye better artist, though, man. Come on, man. 6 for 6, man. You know, I missed the 6 for 6. He's right on there. But again, I think this was a dope situation, man. Again, I'm excited to see
me
him
too,
on the road,
man.
and get that money. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, to get that what? To get that what again?
Money, man. So,
you know, here's the thing too. I've always wondered about like a De La Nas, or Nas type, just kind of connecting to perform or whatever. So this is a real good look on that note as well. Caleb said he's 19 and he listened to De La album for the first time last month. Let us know what you thought and
Salute,
which
Caleb.
album. Which
Salute,
album,
man.
and salute to you, Caleb. Let us know which De La album you heard and what you thought, in short. But salute to you for that.
That's a dope move, man.
Yeah, it's a real dope look.
Like I said, man,
congrats.
I'm excited for them to get on there and do their thing, man. It's gonna be a great show, man. Nas.
Oh yeah. Come on now.
Wu-Tang.
Oh yeah.
And De La Soul.
Yep.
Come on, man.
Man.
It's crazy.
Oh yeah.
But again, man, salute to him.
Yes. Salute to all parties on that tour.
We got to talk about some music though that dropped, man, this week. Again, man, if you missed the Jae Skeese situation, man, rewind it back, man. Man, salute to him coming through, man. Salute to Chad, man. Conway the Machine, man. DrumWorks, Griselda.
All the above.
Man, you're going to see more interviews, man, on Fresh Out, man. We the best ones
Right.
in the game to do it. Let's stop the cat. Salute to J. Kim, man, holding it down, man, too, man. A Saturday night, man, you rocking with the best, man. It's Fresh Out. We got to basically talk about some albums, though.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Music, man. So, the first one on, man, this is a crazy situation, man. It's kind of different. Man, that Rick Rose. You know what I'm saying? Our guys, the Locks, and Fat Joe. They went heavy in the paint on this one, man. Like, this is a weird combination, but it's actually for DraftKings, man. If you into gambling, this is your anthem for the summertime.
Ability, where you at?
Yeah, where you at, man? Salute. But this is basically for all the cats, man, going hard in the paint, man. You know what I'm saying? This song is dope, man. It's kind of like the anthem, man, for the playoffs a little bit, man. It's kind of dope, man. You know what I'm saying?
Fair use.
So, man, they going hard in the paint, man, on this joint, man. The record's kind of dope. It's for DraftKings, man. You know what their target audience is.
Mm-hmm.
Blacks. So they go, of course, they're like, we need some music. We need some anthems, man. We got to do it. So they came out with this record. What's your thoughts on this record, man? Chat, what y'all thinking, man? Pyre said he heard the joint. What's your thoughts on this record, though, BOP?
Yeah, like you said, Power heard it. He said he heard this song yesterday and today with the fire emojis. Yeah, I agree with Power. It's a dope joint. I would say, though, be careful if you have like the seizure, if you have a tendency to have seizures, because there's a lot of like fast motion clips going on, like, moving at like multiple times. So just kind of be cognizant of that before you watch the visual version of this. But
Caleb said he was looking at that 3 feet rising, boy. You know what I'm
okay,
saying?
yeah, and it was good. Okay,
yeah,
salute to you for that De La 3 feet and
Yeah.
rising, hearing that for the first time. Yeah, salute to you, Caleb.
That's why we hip hop, we passing it over. You know what
That's
I'm saying?
right.
To the young cats.
That's what it's about.
But what
But
about
yeah.
this DraftKings though, man?
Yeah, this is a real dope joint. I think Jadakiss really set this track off perfectly when he truthfully said, there's nothing like the feeling of being in the building. All of a sudden, the good guys turn into the villains. Pre-satisfaction inside the action. You see it in the games and feel it in the captions. I mean, that's just a snippet of what excellence that he cited on those bars, man, that really just place you in an NBA game all throughout his verse with his rapsy voice, of course. But, Rick Ross did his thing too. I think he flowed a bit smoother on it, while really just positioned on it perfectly, letting it be known that he's just really just knocking him down, but, not to be doubted. Or rather, if you knock him down, he's not to be doubted. Keeping your pain to yourself like most excellent athletes of exceptionalism do. Just placing moms up in the VIP section and always saying to always, follow your heart, knowing that you're destined for more and to always believe in yourself, really. I do think that Fat Joe's amazing feeling, tall standing glory, seeing no excuses message of his verse was pretty decent. I just think there were pockets of it where it just sounded a bit offbeat at times, almost like it was written to another beat. Not saying that it was, but it kind of sounded like that just during certain minor parts. But overall, it was still, still solid and whatnot. And then Styles P really just ended it off just right. Iceberg, just just talking about practicing from the bench, just playing to win as one of the best in the 7 series and going for the MVP. So,
well, this is the thing.
Yeah,
this was a cash play.
It was a what play, bro?
I got money.
This is like, hey man, we just got a check for 100,000 and we need to get this verse done in 2 hours.
Oh, so you said the call was put in too.
So write your verse real quick. I put an old one on there real quick so we can get this money.
Man, I would have liked to have heard Sheik on there. You know what I'm saying? Given we just
he probably wasn't in the building that day, man. We had to get that song right back. This is one of them like corporate records, man. We don't put no bars on this. But Fab saying, shout out to Bebo, man, for the season warning, man, for the visuals. Appreciate that. Nobody ever says that.
Right.
That's why you come
no
to
doubt.
Out.
No doubt.
Come on, man. Pirate saying too, half of Fat Joe's verse actually interested me.
There you go.
I mean, like I said, it was a dope joint, man. But again, this is for DraftKings, man. Salute to them. You need to give us a check, man, and Scandalous for what we doing for you.
I got money.
Yeah, man. Pirate saying I was thinking about that too, Bebo.
Oh, no doubt, man. Great minds think alike.
Yeah, man. This is the thing. Speaking of great minds and cheeks, we gotta talk about Ice Spice, man. Come on, man. This is the cheek Olympics right here, man. Nicki Minaj.
There you go, Iceberg.
Ice Spice.
There you go. Double for your trouble, Iceberg.
Come on. Lot of money, guys. But this thing, man, if you don't know, Ice Spice is actually now signed to Nicki Minaj's label. Heavy on it. You know what I'm saying? The label's called Heavy on It. Not talking about her weight. But the song is a Princess Diana remix. The visuals are crazy. Of course, man, it's very cheeky, man. You know what I'm saying? If you got kids at home, dog, close their eyes. You know what I'm saying? We gonna go hard to paint with some of the
look, they're gonna be doing y'all gonna have them doing this right here.
Yeah, dog. Watch that baby, dog. You know what I'm saying? Be clear on that baby, man.
Oh, boy.
You know what I'm saying? Like Ice Spice did a thing. First of all, hold on. Let me pause there. Let me pause everything. Is Ice Spice wearing a wig? Or is that her real Wendy's hair?
Not the Wendy's.
Is that a wig? Ladies in the chat, man, is that a wig, man? You know, I'm a man. We don't know these things. But the song is crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's it's a typical little joint that they do. You know what I'm saying? Got a lot of cakes in there.
Yep.
Our guy
Alpha was good.
Alpha, man. He's saying that's a wig, huh? And of course, man, Miss LB saying, "Come on, son."
Of course, Miss LB. Of course, Miss LB would answer and respond right on this segment. Your work wife. So there's that.
Hold on, man. Fab saying he closing his eyes on the cheeks.
He doing one of these.
Close your eyes, okay.
Okay. I got it open a little bit, but I don't tell nobody.
Close your eyes. Okay. Hey, man, but like I said, man, Ice Spice is, doing the thing, man. She's she basically took Megan's spot heavy. Ain't nobody talking about Megan no more, man. She's getting pooped on. And of course, Nicki needs some. I mean, she's like Ra's al Ghul. She coming out the water, out that Lazarus pit, trying to get back in the game, man. She want to get back in the game. She's tired of Kenneth Petty and bull, man. He might go to jail. So she's trying to get back out there, man.
Stop.
Just like Nas's ex-wife, man. They trying to get back out of here, man. These men are not going to hold us back. We're going to get this bread.
Stop.
Khaleesi's husband died. She's like, man, forget you. I'm out here, man, doing everything. Nicki's over here trying to hold it down. What's your thoughts about this remix? Also, Ice Spice signing to her because, again, I think the people who had her, they're like, yo, we can't do nothing with her. So give her to Nicki, give her a percentage. It's almost like when they did the 50 Cent situation that had Eminem and they brought Dr. Dre on to basically make him a superstar. So again, what's your thoughts on this BOP, man? Just this record, the move of Ice Spice and the whole thought movement, man. You know what I'm saying? AS is saying, nah, she never took Megan's spot.
Okay.
Well, I mean, where the records though? You know what I'm saying? Where the records at?
That could be being worked on as we speak. Who knows?
Yeah, they in there. Miss LB saying, I just came back. BOP had to leave for a minute. Hey man, come on, man. You know how it goes.
we just
but Bebo, what you thinking though, man?
I think that as long as Nicki does Ice Spice right from a business standpoint, then this could be a real good look. Nicki, she's been vetted in the game, and she also, we just talked not long ago about the fact that she just signed or initially signed 4 artists with her own label. So I don't know if Ice Spice is number 5 or where she is as far as signees is concerned, but I think it's a good look for Nicki to once again step into the fray of business ownership by of having her own label or curating her own label and getting one of the hottest females in the game along with Nicki. Right. So I think that could be a good look. As far as Ice Spice, again, as long as the deal's right, this could be beneficial for her as well to propel her even further. Nightmare said Bebop, aka Ted DiBiase. Okay, word. Nah, but as far as this song, actually, when we reviewed Salute Queen, when we reviewed Ice Spice's album titled Like, I do remember mentioning that the best line on her album, at least to me, was on this song where she says B words not taking ish from me, but taking notes. So I thought that was always like the best line of her whole project. But apart from that, though, I think Ice Spice did Nicki Minaj a solid for decking one of her just decking one of the outfits that she did along with the video scenes, just in the whole pink ambiance rather. And Nicki did a solid for Ice Spice as well for repeating that what is it, like Grafh, give me a stack, how Ice Spice said that on the original version of this song. So Nicki Minaj did the same thing, as well as saying having fallen in love with the gangsta, that line as well. So Ice Spice, she's bragging about getting it on anywhere except at her crib, being the girl of a guy's dreams that belongs to another chick, ducking cameras and being promoted in the hood, while Nicki's, holding her G down like an anchor, like she said, and being kept safe like bankers if she keeps it a hundo with them, and having them talk nice since her box game is mean, according to her. So
and this is the thing,
all that type stuff. So
I was basically saying down the line, she's all good and so forth and so on as far as Ice Spice is concerned.
Yeah.
The bigger thing is, where do you see this combination going? Do you see her, because she's hasn't dropped an album.
That's
Ice
true.
Spice hasn't. Well, they've been putting her in concerts, so obviously they want to make money off of their assets. You know what I'm saying? So this is why, again, you do the 50 Cent joint, Dr. Dre, Eminem. Okay, put it with Nicki. This is a great situation. This can basically give the longevity that she needs, and it's girl power. Let's be clear. You know what I'm saying?
Ice Spice did drop something before Nicki.
Well, of course, but it's Ultra Wood. So she's been doing decent singles, but there's no star power for the most part, other than that wiggity wiggity whack. And then her doing some shows, but she needs music. At the end of the day, the game needed music. They sent him over to 50. 50 gave him that bread, they're getting 4 bangers. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I think Nicki can do this too by giving her some star power and some controversy as well, other than that wiggity wiggity whack. But
I think as long as egos don't get in the way either, because
it's always
Nicki
gonna get in the way. Come on, man. That's gonna get in the way. Kofi, Scanlon saying, is this Nicki trying to clean up her image after attacking a rapper 20 years ago?
20 years younger and her lotto.
Well, this thing, let's be clear. This basically sets her up, and we're going to use this Game of Thrones situation. Like Bebo said, this makes her the house of the Lannisters. You know what I'm saying? This makes them top of the mountain. They got all the dragons.
I got money.
I mean, now what's Lotto going to do? You know what I'm saying? This is like a great situation for them to maybe stack some up, because Nicki's got other female artists too. You add on Ice Spice, man, it's almost like getting Allen Iverson on your team in his prime. You know what I'm saying? Bebo, what's your thoughts as far as the landscape of female modern rappers? Because Glorilla has Yo Gotti, but would you rather have Yo Gotti or Nicki Minaj? You know what I'm saying? Basically paving that golden goose for you.
That's a good question, because everything is still really not even out the oven as far as Nicki's, as far as her label situation is concerned. So it's hard to say, since there's no trajectory of how things have been going in that regard. As far as who else do you say? Yo Gotti, was it?
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of a tricky one too, because most artists, or some artists, I'll say, that align themselves over there, kind of they're kind of in precarious or dangerous situations. So that's kind of the conundrum. Madness said Lotto ain't special either.
No.
Okay. Well,
she's Farts. I mean, this thing, they're more, brands than artists. You know what I'm saying? I think Madden said that earlier. Jay-Z's a better lyricist, Kanye's a better artist. This is the same thing too. They're trying to basically make them into a brand so they can actually. What's Miss LB? Miss LB saying what? Ice Spice drinking. You think Ice Spice in the clothes? I'm not saying like she's Iverson. I'm saying as far as an asset. Come on, Miss LB. You know what's going down. We know she's not like
mixing that light
crazy. But the whole thing, as far as these modern assets, you know what I'm saying? She's an asset. I mean, there's Lola Brooke. You got Megan Thee Stallion, Lotto. I mean, this is the thing. The only thing you can say about Ice Spice is she's doing the most with the least.
She is.
Hold up. She's doing the most with the least. Her bar game is young.
Yeah.
The only thing she got is a little fatty, man. That's maybe about it in that curly fry wig. But again,
never those Arby's curly fries.
Ashanti didn't sing the best, but hey, man, her career basically has more longevity than J-Lo, my nigga.
If these two don't capitalize on this and quick, for both of their benefits, then it can go poof, it could go Thanos, it could vanish like a Thanos.
Let's do it.
It could do that similar to the WAP situation, because it was highly, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Dang, people. That WAP gone.
That WAP is gone. Yeah, nobody's, I mean, of course it was one of the hottest songs at that time, but nobody's talking about it. And I think that for whatever reason, they nothing took place or culminated. And I'm not saying that they're not gonna still be successful. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you gotta ride the wave when you see it coming.
Facts.
And
hey, this is a question though, Bebo, and in chat. And I put on the song just for this boo. Who's gonna run this summer, man? Like, it's a hot girl summer joint, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who's gonna run it?
Between
Will
these
it be
two?
Ice Spice?
Okay.
These two, like Nicki Minaj and her crew of people, you know what I'm saying? Her crew of all that horsehair going on. Will it be Nicki? Will it be Lotto? You know what I'm saying? The Coley Ray situation, you know what I'm saying? Coley Ray. Will Megan actually come out and do her thing? You know what I'm saying? Who do you think is or is it gonna be my girlfriend? Gorilla, dog. SpongeBob's Gorilla. SpongeBob SquarePants. What you thinking, man? Who's gonna run it as far as like the hot girl summer swag?
Oh man, that's hard to tell as far as exactly who, but
If you had to put
I
money
would
on it,
deduce
if you had to put
if
some
I,
bread on it,
if I was forced to, I would go with somebody of the younger fray
that's
along
good.
the Glorilla /
Brittany
Ice
saying Nicki.
Spice. And it could be Nicki, it could be Megan. But if I'm forced to choose, I would probably say like a Glorilla.
Shout out to my girlfriend.
Yeah, your girlfriend.
Hey, this thing, Gorilla can actually spit. You can't front that. I mean, I don't like her voice,
And she's
but
off
she
beat.
can actually spit. If somebody writes something for her, she can spit it, and she's got swag. You know what I'm saying? Everybody may not like that she look like a grown up baby, but I mean,
think,
like I said, I feel you 100%, man. I agree.
I will say, as far as Nicki, Iceberg, and Brittany, I do think that it would be nice to hear Nicki Minaj on a joint similar to this, because I think Nicki proved herself to deliver her verse very well on here. The chemistry was great. She didn't sound off-putting, because when it comes to drill rap, that could be a dicey thing to hop into.
Facts.
Since it's a unique organism, if you will. But Nicki Minaj, given the pace and the sound and everything, you know, and her style, of course, she fit very well. The chemistry, like I said, was just intact. So I would like to hear a Nicki Minaj do something like this for herself in order to tap into a newer sound and to, gain some traction for herself as an artist.
Well, and this is the thing too, man. Again,
same with
she
Megan.
came back out the Lazarus pit. You know what I'm saying? She came out that Lazarus pit, man. Hey, man, it is what it is, man. Nicki basically hit that fountain of youth. You know what I'm saying? Christopher Columbus couldn't get it, but Nicki's got it. I think it's a dope situation. Fab saying, do any of them gotta run it? What if they walk it this summer?
Well, even walking it can garner them,
Yeah,
significant success. So I agree, Fab D.
Albert saying Coley Ray for the summer again. Again, she had that little Busta Rhymes sample that was cold.
Yeah,
Doja Cat,
yeah.
Summer Walker, man.
Yep.
Again,
There is
you know what I'm
that.
saying? It's Stock Wars, man. It's like parking lot wars and Stock Wars. You know what I'm saying? I got Mark Ray saying women be wearing wigs in entertainment since the 50s. Why the disrespect? No disrespect at all.
Nah,
man.
just asking the question.
I'm just asking a question. I didn't know if that was a hair or not.
Just asking the question. Man.
Yeah, just asking a question. But salute to you, Mark Ray.
Yeah.
Scanlon saying, yeah, Fab, they're gonna walk it to plastic.
Wow.
Not the plastic surgeon, man. Now that was disrespect. You know, Mark Ray, if you want to give that was disrespect right there. Power 700 saying this Nicki remix just made Ice Spice have 04 songs being played. Hey man, this, like I said, again, summer's heating up. It's about to be Memorial Day. Most cats already understand, man, they need an anthem. This might be, an anthem and whatnot, man. Yeah, facts, man. Scanlon, you over here wilding. But again, man, salute to everybody in the chat holding it down, man. Again, you're rocking with the best, fresh out, man. Bebo P, Jay Kemp's on assignment with the wife.
Hit that like and subscribe button with Iceberg hosting it.
Come on,
As
man.
always, we appreciate y'all so much.
First of all, shout out to Doe Networks, man. If you missed that interview, go check it out, man, on the replay, man. One of our guys, man, holding it down all day long.
Yeah.
We got to talk about his guy, Jay Worthy. Come on, man.
Okay.
Jay Worthy's our guy, man. That's family. Just dropped his GS 350 record. Crazy. This is a combination with him reuniting back with our guy La Musica de Harry Fraud. Harry Fraud in the building, our guy. We got to get him on the platform. This song is basically made for the cars, man. It was him basically giving that ode to that Lexus GS 350. One of my favorite, man. Man, still fly, man. Come on.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What was your thoughts on this record? Just real quick, Bebo P.
It's a dope situation to see.
Uno, you know, from the sad ones who've been around, you hung up out the park a few days, heard you blooded now.
What was your thoughts on this record, though?
No, I think it's a dope situation for this vehicle to be emphasized, in a rap video, because I used to see him more, maybe in the past, but it's good to see kind of a reemergence of sorts. So the song itself, he's talking about you know, taking the British Airway flights, you know what I'm saying, getting hooked up with the Gore-Tex gear that y'all see in the video from the Palace store, and, you know, saying he's from Compton where they leave cats slump, you know, Rambo'd up with the Goon Squad and all that type stuff. But the emphasis of the Lexus is dope. I will say on the flip side, or at least one thing I'll say is the whole N-word thing that he's citing multiple times. I could never get down with that personally. Never could, man. But outside of which, man, like I said, on the flip side, you don't see really, or at least I don't see the Lexuses like I used to as much. So it's really good to kind of see it in different environments with, you know, surrounded by the woods, you know, kind of, you know, in the city area as well and so forth. So, you know, and shout out to Live Affair and Gabe Roy, who worked on or rather with Jay on the visuals for this. So yeah, what's your thoughts though, Iceberg?
Again, man, I'm a Jay Worthy fan. This is a slight different lane that he went in, man, on this record. It's more chill, more laid back. Again, man, shout out to Harry Fraud.
Yeah, salute to Harry Fraud. Yes.
People
yes.
forget, man. Of course, Jay Worthy's a West Coast rapper, but he's from Canada.
Canada, yep.
So let's be clear, man. Salute to Canada in the building, man. And again, Jay Worthy's a people, man. Shout out to those networks. We got to get Jay on the platform soon. The record's cold. I'm assuming that there's about to be a project being dropped with him and Harry Fraud. We're waiting for it, man, and we'll see how it goes, man. But again, put this in your deck, man. Check it out, man. Jay Worthy,
what was that one joint they did together? They worked together before. I think it was called "You Take the Credit, We'll Take the Check." That album, you know what I'm saying? So this song GS350 is not the first time that they've worked together. For those who are fans, and the production and the vibes and the songs were very dope, and the ambiance was very much similar to the song here, GS350, you know, album wise, you know, then. So I'm sure that the ambiance is going to be just the same, if not better.
Facts. Like I said, man, we talking about new singles right now, but we got to go to the albums. Man, our guy, come on, man. We've been waiting on this joint pretty much all year long, man. This Black Thought, man. It's heavy in the game, man. This glorious game.
Glorious game. The game's so glorious.
It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? This album pretty much was an ode to hip hop's lineage. You know what I'm saying? The soul, the funk, the boom bap. And you know, come on, man, Black Thought is number one on that list, man, to spit over it. And this is what I think Matt was kind of saying for the most part, which was, you know, we were talking about obviously the female MCs or whatnot. And I think Matt was saying, what did Matt say? Man, I just marked your joint, Paul. He was basically saying that just because you spitting don't mean, just because you got a flow don't mean you're spitting bars. This to me is spitting bars, in my opinion. This album is dope. Black Thought's really having the game, and salute man in the building.
With the man.
This thing was just dope, man. You know, this was a dope album. We've been waiting for a long time. I think in January they said it was gonna come out with it in April. This joint is just heavy, man. I liked it a lot, man. What was your thoughts on this record, though, Bebo P?
I really like this album a lot too, man. Black Thought strikes again. Right. Go back and check out our reviews for the 3 songs on this album that we reviewed. Grateful, That Girl, and Glorious Game. Let's go ahead and check out those reviews we've done over the past 2 to 3 months or so. I think the beat on that Holloway just offhand completely switches up from, I like how it completely switches up from like the first to the second verse, and you know, Tariq's rapping about that blam activity leading to getting outline in chalk, and to keep your fear in check when you're amongst such an environment of hostility, and to leave that street life, you know, right where it is, you know, with no interference if possible. I like the Weather, that track called The Weather. It's just like a reminiscent track. It's a reminiscent sounding track that kind of, you know, speed, you know, kind of goes at a slower pace, then speeds up, then slows, then speeds, and slows. Yeah, there's that track. These are the glory days. Yeah, there's that track there that we reviewed. The Weather, like I said, it's that reminiscent track. That Miracle, It's like that reminded me kind of like of Dope 36 Chambers RZA sounding beat dedicated to that girl Tariq had it in for on that puppy love tip. But, you know, somewhere along the lines, the connection got lost, you know, but he was still kind of, you know, giving a dedication to her on some of the stuff that happened, you know, at that time, you know, such as writing the phone number on his hand type stuff. Just feeling clairvoyant overall since that type, you know, since that situation. And I'll speak on Alter Ego, how that ends out the album with kind of like a Isley. One of the sounds kind of like had like a Isley Brothers summertime-esque kind of synth amongst the other elements of instrumentation that the band produced, or with Black Thought sharing his like really his rough patch of feeling empty in his life around the age of 35, and him seeking a way out, which he found by giving his alter ego the deuces. So it's really a dope album, man. It's really it's also been like 8 years since hearing Black Thought with a hip hop band, The Roots, of course, which the album was called And Then You Shoot Your Cousin. But this alignment in 2023 with this project that the L. Michels Affair, you know, did along with him, it's a phenomenal body of work. I would say also don't expect it to be a cheat codes, but expect his lyricism to be just as potent. As far as the sounds, again, it's a band, but they still give the production justice. Kind of think of it similar, though not the same, to like how Ghostface did when he went to Adrian Young on both 12 Reasons to Die, and how he went to the Revelations mostly for that 36 season. So different sound, but, you know, definitely a dope situation, and definitely check out this album, Glorious Game, with Black Thought and L. Michels Affair.
Yeah, you know, it was icy, man. This album was cold.
Very
it's something,
icy.
man, to chill to, man. It's something to kind of get your little, you know, IPA on, you know what I'm saying, when you're in the park. This was real dope, man. Like I said, it's major, man. We've been waiting for it again for a long time, so it was dope to finally get it, man. Salute to Black Thought. What's your thoughts on Black Thought, man?
Oh, man.
Like top 10, top 15, top 20, top 5?
Oh, yeah.
What's you guys' thoughts on
as far as an
Black
MC,
Thought?
just like lyrically
Just
as an MC, or just an
lyrically
artist? Or
MC
what?
in the game right now, living MCs.
Living MCs?
Top 5,
oh, yeah.
top 10, 20.
Hands
what's
down.
your thoughts, man?
Hands down, top 5, probably top 5 or even 3, honestly. Top 3. I mean, he's arguably one of the only artists that I know that's still alive to this day that can spit a 10-minute freestyle and it sounds written, when in actuality it's a freestyle. I think Snoop is a real one of the illest freestylers too, now I think about it. But like Black Thought, he's definitely as far as spitters, definitely top 3. What's your thoughts, Iceberg? And let us know, guys, out there in the chat.
Black Thought, man, is to me at least top 10 right now, man. As far as spitters, let's be clear. A lot of times,
living
man,
spitters.
Yeah, he's been.
Oh yeah.
Behind his band and his group so much, man. He, you know, people forget about him sometimes, but to me, he's one of the dopest MCs out here. Let's be clear, man.
Oh, yeah.
To him, it's mad respect over
Definitely
here.
salute. And we're looking forward to the upcoming project that he, in which he said one of the songs that he has with Yasin Bey, he said he called it a classic, Tariq did. So we're definitely looking forward to that upcoming project, which that ties into something too, because we oftentimes talk about his lyricism, but in addition to which, I think the consistency of his music output over the last couple of few years has been just phenomenal as well. He hasn't lost a step, and that verbiage is there, Iceberg.
Yeah. Speaking of verbiage, we gotta talk about our guy Grafh.
Nice.
First of all, man, if you're not from the early 2000s, you weren't listening to hip hop, you probably think this dude is actually from a reality show. Yeah. This dude's a spitter, man. Let's be clear. Grafh, man, just dropped a new project, man. Art of Words. Produced, man, by 38 Spesh. Buffalo again in the building. Let's be clear. Fab saying Black Thought is up there. He just not still in main media, so he's under the radar. Facts.
And that's all right.
Man said he never heard a Whack Thought bar or song. Come on,
either.
man. Salute. That's much respect from Matt.
Much
You know what I'm
respect.
saying? Snoop freestyle ability, top tier. Yeah, facts.
Yes,
man.
it is. Yeah.
This album's crazy, man. Again, it's bars, man. It's bars. I mean, this thing is crazy, man. Dave East on this joint, man. A lot of cats, man, holding it down on this album. Conway, the Machine, Bun B, Stove Guy, Rome Streets. What's your thoughts, man, on this record, man?
Dope body of work right here. That 38 Spesh produced entirely for Grafh, man. It's a dope project, man. It's a dope album. There's times where hearing Graph's voice, it reminds me of Evidence of Dilated Peoples, which, you know, both are dope lyricists. But, you know, I think about that sometimes, which is a dope situation. And of course, Grafh is his own artist, and so is Evidence. But, you know, getting back to Grafh solely here, I remember us here at FRSHOUT summarizing that track that you alluded to or mentioned, Iceberg, that Life is Beautiful, featuring Stove, G-Word, Cooks, and Bun B about a month or two ago. So definitely, you know, look out for that summation whenever y'all get the chance, of course. But the video you just played, Iceberg, Every Day with Dave East, it's really dope as well.
Salute Carlos.
Yeah, with the two rocking over that synthetic substitution drum samples. Also, I'm not sure what apparel store that they're in that video, Iceberg, but it's really dope to see the fallen soldiers within the fray of hip hop spray painted on the walls in there. Such as the late, we just saw K Slay, but also the late great ODB from the Wu-Tang Clan is in that. Is on the walls in that video too. So yeah, salute to both of those individuals as well as whoever else is on there. But along with that, Rain Falls, man, that's a dope joint. Showcases Grafh lyrically killing it along with Conway. As Grafh is just really just letting it be known that he won't water his material down, since he didn't think that most cats are stupid. You know, he himself serving as alkaline water to a bunch of sodas, metaphorically speaking, of course, and just making hood references of cats getting jumped with no Santa Claus being there, you know, in the hood as a child, you know, either b-ball or hustling, serving as the only options of making a living and so forth. So that's a dope joint. That Already is a nice track. Dirty Work, I'm thinking about that one too. It's really just Grafh letting it be known that he can turn a robbery into a slump body. And the album's sole producers on here, 38 Spesh, to join in to say that he's been paid to make hits, you know, writing a little list of the ops, you know, and the fact that he's just disrespectful at times and snatching the jewelry pieces off of, you know, cats when possible, and just hopping out of sucker's whip as his blammers leave a minute. And 36 Chambers ends out the album. Nice. I mean, just from top to bottom, Iceberg. We had Vic Spencer grace our eardrums with dope rhymes, giving nothing but 38 Spesh's production for that Green Thumbs meets Trigger Fingers EP. And a few months later, into April 2023, that same producer, 38 Spesh, blesses Grafh in a dope fashion, man. So definitely check out Art of Work.
Yeah, man. No, this is dope, man. Again, if you love 38 Spesh, and if you never heard Grafh before, because Grafh, he's an OG, he's a veteran. You know,
he's he's been around for a minute.
If you never heard him before, man, this dude's a spitter, man.
Yep.
NY representative. 38 Spesh, gonna give you that griminess, man, but it's still beautiful. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
This album, man, is heavy. Again, man, this is where you miss Jay Camp, man. Salute to Jay Camp.
Yeah, salute to Jay Camp.
Yeah, Jay Camp, this is one of his joints. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Dude's got a lot of mixtapes, a lot of singles. I mean, just a lot of music to check out. But this one is dope, just as dope, if not more so. So yeah, salute to Grafh and salute to 38 Spesh.
Hey man, I'm a Grafh fan. There was one time, man, when Grafh was going heavy. I mean, he go with anybody in the industry at the time, man, in my opinion, man. So salute to Grafh, man.
Yeah, salute
one of the illest,
man. Yeah.
Speaking of another illest cat, man, Willie the Kid. Willie the Kid, man, of course, we got introduced to Willie the Kid and V Don from J Camp. Salute J Camp again, man. Holding down the wifey, man. Pause. But this album, man, he's done an installment of
The Blue Notes.
the Blue Notes. This is the third situation in the series that he has, even though it's Blue Notes 2. But this joint is crazy. The records are dope. Willie the Kid, man, we got to get him on the platform. I think I sent him an email, man, but we got to get him on the platform, man, to chop it up with him. This album is crazy. V-Don, one of the best in the game. This record, man, is just insane in my opinion. The album is just nuts. The flow is serious, man. This is the rapper's rapper, man. Willie the Kid, man, he reminds me of Nimlo, Rock Marciano with the flavor. Man, the dude is just, he's got the flavor, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
NY swag. You know what I'm saying? You need that swag rap for the summer, man. It's about to be Memorial Day. This is the record that you got to put in there. Bebo, what's your thoughts on this joint, though?
It's a real dope second edition Blue Notes, man. I mean, it's a real dope situation, and shout out to Willie the Key and V-Don for this project, man. The first track I think about is just offhand is that Cold Shoulder, because I had some of that early. To me, it sounds like the production has like an early 1900s classy piano to its production from V-Don, which salute to V-Don as well. Yeah, and Willie's just talking about a slew of things, a lost, such as a lost friend never was one, having good vibes with the missus, chemistry, how chemistry works is that it happens how it's meant to be. Just making fun of cats at times, just never being the type of cat to just really fit in. And, keeping away from the fentanyl, that type stuff. He's just talking about a slew of things. And right. right. But also recommending space from jealous and overzealous people that can slump you. And, being as cold as Alaska is the self-proclaimed crown prince, man. That Dead Presidents, man. That beat, man, that should have been an actual song, man, but it's an interlude, man. That's arguably one of the hardest. That probably is the hardest beat on the track, on the album. But yeah, that's a dope situation. I like the Treacy, storytelling joint. Talks about a shorty he came across, and then she mentions that she said something about a rapper getting slumped and allegedly by his cousin, and then he didn't know anything about it, but then something came to and he just kind of played it off. Little short situation. And shout out to Willie's counterparts on here too. The HOBX, man, Uncle John, Ty the Dale.
Shout out Uncle John, man.
Yeah, Uncle John. Shout out to all of them. Ty the Dale, who's Bravey, and Baby Man. Man. Yeah. And of course, you already know Flea Lord. Thank you. On that daily operations. Thank you for that iceberg, because on that one, Willie and Flea, they did their thing, man. But Ransom, he's just really stole the show using only one rhyme pattern at the end of every bar. So definitely check out Blue Notes too. These two, meaning Willie the Fly rather, and V-Don, they did it again, man. Salute to these two.
Yep, salute. Salute to also Ransom, man.
Yeah.
I didn't say Ransom, but salute to Ransom.
Are you
man.
good?
We got to get him on the platform, man.
Oh yeah.
Icy rapper, man. NY swag again. Willie the Kid, man. He's becoming one of my favorite rappers, man. Like, the dude just spits, man. The clean cat. You look at the picture, man. That dude's in the suit store looking wavy, man.
That's why he calls himself the Fly.
Facts, man. Come on, man. This dude, man. Again, man. This is for the whip. This is for the crib, man. You got the bars, man. The beats are always icy, man.
Yeah.
V-Don, man, is to me one of the best in the game, man. He's serious, man. So again, salute to both of them on this joint.
Salute to them.
Blue
And
Notes
salute.
too. It's dope, man. And cop the vinyl on that joint too. They got some vinyl on all this shit.
Yes. Oh, salute to his brother, Law the Dark Man.
Yeah,
salute to Law the Dark Man.
Matthew saying, where's the concert at, man? What concert you talking about, Matthew? But salute to you. Salute to being in the building.
Oh, yeah. Salute to you.
JB, man. Jay-Z out here looking like
We didn't do it this time, Nightmare.
Nightmare wasn't us, man. We didn't say nothing. You know what I mean? We out here just trying to be on a nice way. But again, man, we gave y'all 1.5, man. You know what I'm saying? Tonight, J Camp's out, man. Salute to him. BOP's been holding it down, man, the whole time, man. Tonight, come on, man.
Along with Iceberg.
Man, any shout outs before we get up out of here, man?
Shout out to y'all, man, for rocking with us as always. We appreciate the love, support, and just everything across the board that y'all contribute to us as much as we contribute to y'all. So we want to salute to y'all. Salute to Jae Skeese, man, who joined us in the beginning of tonight's show. We definitely appreciate that, brother, and we cannot wait to connect with him again at some point down the road. Shout out to you, Iceberg, you know what I'm saying, for your contributions that you always so professionally and eloquently cite behind that microphone with no joning and with all the professional respect that you give toward every single body that we I'm just full of it. But no, that's
as we play Nas in the background.
Right. But yeah, y'all just be safe and stay tuned this upcoming Monday, 9:30 Eastern Standard. We gonna hit y'all off with a bonus round of Fresh Out. Just bonus. Yeah. It's a bonus.
We're gonna be here Monday night, man. We're gonna be here Monday and Wednesday. Might have some guests come through. This is the thing, man. Every episode, man, you need to check out. Salute to Antoine 1486. He's saying the same thing, man. If you miss it, man, you gotta run it back a little bit, man. Just to get your hip hop fix, man.
It's all good.
Run that back a little bit. But again, shout out to Bebo P, J Camp. Scandalous and Fresh Out Hip Hop holding it down, man.
Oh yeah, DJ Scandalous, absolutely. And don't forget, when y'all join us, y'all made up in here.
Come on, man.
Y'all made men
again,
and
like
women.
I said, man, we come over here, your family. It's a hip hop family, man, and that's what we do. So again, man, if you haven't talked to your mama, your daddy, grandma, grandpa, man, give them a holler, man. Make sure you play with them kids, get on the floor, play with them, man. Take them to the park, man. Life is bigger than just the money and the goofy stuff, man, that we do, man. It's about family at the end of the day, and this is what this platform is about, man. It's three brothers holding it down, man. Really four, man, with Scandalous, you know what I'm saying, how we do it. We also, man, Carmen, Nightmare, you know what I'm saying. It's a team of what we do over here, man. So salute to everybody, man. Holding down. Miss LB,
to all parties.
up in the Hip Hop Junkies joint too. Family all day. All y'all are family. So again, man, check us out. Man, come on, man, with the $2 holler.
Yes,
the sponsor tonight, man. Come
Came
on.
through last at the fourth quarter.
Man, come on, man.
Be
Won't
the
he
spot,
do it, man?
sponsor.
That's the
Won't he
that's
do
the
it?
Lord.
Well, play the music, Iceberg. Well.
We're gonna donate that money.
Just when you think he's late, he's right on time.
He's right on time.
Yeah.
Amen. So again, we'll be here Monday, man.
Appreciate
Check us
you,
out.
man.
We may have a little special for us, but again, Bebo P, J Camp, man, Scandalous, man, everybody in the building, man. Iceberg slid them. We'll see you guys on Monday, man. Peace. Have a good night and a great weekend, man. Peace.
Absolutely. Peace.
I'd like to take this time to apologize for absolutely
Let's go. World's Most Dangerous Podcast. Bebo P's in the building. What's good?
It was going bar for bar with Shouts out to